Friends, if you want to turn on and turn off your water pump motor automatically, that means if your tank is empty, your water pump motor should start automatically, and if your tank is full in this condition, your water pump motor should stop automatically. So in this video we are going to learn how to install float switch with motor starter, and also if you want to turn on and off any of the load directly with float switch. So in this video we will learn float switch basic connection with load and also with motor starter. So let's start video, and first see float switch basic connection. You can see we have float switch. In float switch we have total 3 wires: common, NO and NC. First we identify these wires common, NO and NC with multimeter. So first we connect multimeter on continuity range or resistance. So first we set multimeter on continuity range. If tank is empty, then float switch will be downside. Okay. In this condition, we will see continuity of any of the 2 wire. If float switch is downside, first we take continuity on blue and red wire, and continuity is not showing. Okay. So we take continuity between red and black. Continuity is not showing when float switch is downside. Now take reading between blue and black, and continuity is showing. That means both wire black and blue is common and NC, but not identify which wire is common. Okay. So for finding common, okay, we take resistance with red wire and black and blue. Okay, for finding common. Okay, when tank is full, in this condition float switch condition will be here. Okay, so we take resistance between red and blue. Resistance is not showing. Now black and red. So you can see black wire resistance will show if float switch is down, and also float switch is upside. Okay, so black wire is common wire and blue wire is NC wire. So for automatically turn on when float switch is down, we need to connection in black and blue wire. Okay, black wire is common and blue wire is NC. Okay, first to understand basic connection of any of the load. If you want to turn on and off any load, so just we need to give line and neutral directly. Okay, so first we connect neutral directly in MCB, and also line connects directly. Okay, you can see this is basic connection to operate any of the load. Okay, when you turn on power supply, okay, so load will on. It's a basic connection of any of the load. Now we will learn if you want to on and off this load with float switch. So what connection you need to do? Okay, so in load you can say float switch we have 2 wires, black and blue. Okay, so first we connect a neutral directly to the load. Okay, now we remove this connection which is going to this load. So we remove this connection. Okay, we will make just a series connection with float switch. So we connect a line wire with this MCB. Okay, connect a line with the MCB and connect this line wire to float switch common. Okay, you can connect this wire NO common or NC, any of the wire. So we connect this wire to common, which is black wire. You can also connect this wire in blue wire. So we connect this wire in black wire, which is common. When float switch is downside, so supply will operate, and connect this supply to load. Okay, we just make series connection to operate this load with float switch. Now see how it works. When float switch operates, so load will operate. If float switch upper side, so load will stop. When float switch downside, so load will start. Okay, so just we make series connection to operate this load with float switch. But if you want to turn on and off any heavy load, which could be any water pump motor or heavy load, so for heavy load, first you need to connect any contactor. Okay, direct connection should not done with float switch. First you connect this contactor and operate your water pump motor or any of the load. Okay, in this contactor, first to understand how to do connection with motor starter. So first to remove this connection and first understand power wiring with this water pump motor or any of the load. So first you can see its contactor power terminals and its control terminal. Okay, so in this contactor output terminal of power terminal, first we connect a line wire and neutral wire. So neutral connects in L2 terminal of contactor and line connect in L1 terminal. Okay, it's a basic connection. And for input power supply, we connect a line wire from MCB input and connect contactor L1 terminal connect neutral from MCB output terminal and connect to the L2 terminal. It's power wiring, very basic connection. So load will operate when contactor will operate. Okay, now understand control wiring. So control wiring, first you can see neutral also connected in L2 terminal. So neutral connects directly to L2 terminal to A1 contactor coil. So neutral connects directly from L2 to A1 terminal, which is contactor control terminal. Okay, so neutral connects directly. Now for line control wiring, we will give connection with this float switch wires. So first we connect one wire from MCB output terminal and connect this line wire to float switch common wire, which is black wire. So first we connect a line directly to the float switch. When tank is empty, our float switch is downside, so black supply comes in this blue wire. So connect this blue wire, which is ANC wire. So connect this wire to contactor A2 terminal. So neutral connects directly, and when float switch is downside, so line comes and connect to the contactor A2 coil. First make proper connection and tape. Okay, with this connection, when float switch is downside, tank is empty. So you can see when tank is empty, so load will, contactor will on and load will on also this. And if tank is full in this condition, contactor will stop and load will also stop. So I hope you clear the concept of how to install float switch with motor starter and also understand float switch basic connection. If you like this video, please press like button. If you have any query, please ask in comments box. For today's enough. We'll meet in next video. Thanks for watching.